Hello, folks. This is Ruth Meed, and I have been asked by Sped Homeschool to do another review of some products for them for their families with special needs. And so we're going to take a look at a really neat product here that is available, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Again, my name is Ruth Meed, and I have been doing special ed types of things for 27 years as an educator and as a professor of special ed. So I'm looking forward to showing you this amazing product. So let's just jump right in and look right at the screen and we'll go from there. Okay, so this product is called Homeschool History. And this amazing family has chosen to do this. So who is this? This is the Knotgrass family. They have been in homeschooling their children for years. So they started in 1975, and they have created this incredible curriculum with just a pile of information and resources that I think they're probably not charging enough for. It's just incredibly reasonably priced. So let's start with some basic questions for you that most people have to ask. And by the way, at the end, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip on some fun ways that you can get some more input into this program and what you can do to help them, and also some bonuses that you can have as a parent for helping them and being part of their program here, getting this out to more parents. So let's just run down through these frequently asked questions. How do you get your membership? You can start right up with a free trial immediately. And I think you saw on the first page here, I showed you, they usually have a 30-day free trial, but actually it's now a 60-day free trial right now. And you can just jump right into the program. So they have lots of resources. You can watch some of these videos. I'm not going to run through all of them right this second, but let's look at the membership cost. It's incredibly reasonable. So for 3 months, it's $9. For 12 months, it's $24. And for 36 months, it's $36. So very reasonably priced. And you're going to find once we get in here and look at all of this stuff that this is an incredible deal for the value. So then they spend some time, they're pretty picky about what they put in their program, but at the same time, they haven't reviewed in fine detail absolutely every resource. Some of them they've heard about, and so they've put them up, and they haven't had a chance to check them individually yet. But if they've checked it individually and they feel like it's safe and appropriate for your family, they're going to have this little star in the corner, and I'll point that out when we get into some of the actual database. Now, do they have a philosophical or religious viewpoint? They are Christian people, but they do have content that features all the major world religions and different viewpoints that you as a family can talk about and share and work through, because obviously there's a ton of things related to history that have lots of different religious views on them and how it affected cultures. So they've been pretty good about putting in all kinds of different types of material that shows you things from different perspectives so that you can discuss these things as a family and gain a good solid understanding of how world religions have contributed to the economics and government and those kinds of things throughout history. So they find them very, very helpful. Okay, so those are the basic pieces of information on that. Now let's buzz over to the program. Oh, that's my little cheat thing at the end. I'll come back to that. So if you want to contact them, you can contact them anytime. You can send them texts if they have any questions and things like that. You can send them a note. And obviously you can see here it's homeschoolhistory.com. And that's the website that you would look at to go into this program. So I'm going to just show you one example of all the different resources that are here. It's just incredible. This one is their curriculum supplement page where you can do resources there. But if you are just getting into the program and you're just logging in, I wanted to show you what you see on the first login screen. So we're going to go back here, and I've already logged in, like you type in on the regular page. But if you log in, the very first thing that comes up is this. And so you can ask yourself, okay, what do I want to look for? What do I want to see? It's your first time in, you would want to go to this screen right here that says how to use this site. And he's got a video that explains a bunch of things about the site in a whole lot more detail than I'm going to get into right now on how to do some things and how to set up your account. And again, I'm I'll come back to that and show you a little tweak here later on. But let's say I want to go look for something. I'm going to go here and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on the search button. And I can do a map search. I can do a, I got to pull me out of the way so I can see what I'm doing here. So that's the map search. You can type in a word. Let's say I grew up in Ethiopia, so I'm going to put Ethiopia in here. And then I'm going to click search. And they're saying they don't have anything for the virtual thing, but if I go for physical products that they've got somewhere on the site and hit search, then I can go hit search. Well, it worked for me before. Let me go here to my index. There we go. Okay, so topic index. This is where you realize just how much there is in this. Notice it's all alphabetized. You can do it by alphabetically. You can do it by region of the world. So US, Canada, all of the different regions of the world. You can do it by a category, culture, daily life, economics, events, government, ideas, military, science, all those kinds of things. And then you can choose your sort order. You can do it alphabetically, which is right here, or you can do things chronologically by date. So you find all kinds of different things related to Africa in date order, which is really helpful if you're doing a timeline in history or something like that. So let's go back to alphabetical order, because then I can just pick on anything at this point. So I'm going to pick on Ethiopia again because I like Ethiopia. So if I click on that, it pulls up what they have in Ethiopia. Now they've got curriculum supplements here. Notice this right here, that stands for the grade or age level. So this is high school here, but there's no star tag on this to say that they've checked it all out to make sure that it's 100% family friendly. So I'm going to go back out here. To the main search page. And I'm going to do Canada, since I live up here in Canada. And I'm going to show you one that I went into. Category. I'm going to do military. And we're going to do World War II. And you can see that there's all kinds of, sorry, I meant to turn my phone off before I did this. You can see that there's all kinds of resources here. Now, when you look at a particular resource, you'll see that it's listed high school, middle school, and then if it's got elementary, so there's one there for elementary too. You can click on any one of the videos. Now, here's the thing to watch for when you get into these videos. I would suggest this program is probably something that you would do with some supervision from the parent. Like there's not a specific set of steps that you would go through in this. So this is definitely self-study. It's not something that you would just turn your child loose on. And the reason would be because now you can see this little tag here. That means that they've checked it out and they find this resource is really helpful for parents or students, and they have no hesitation with recommending it. But some of these, they haven't seen every bit of it, or they haven't read every word of everything that's there available to them. So in here, it tells you a little bit about the program and the key topic, things like that. Here, when you go like this, there's no thing on it. There's no code on it. So note to parents, look for these kinds of things when you're going into a resource. They haven't read every page of it, so they're not sure if there's objectionable elements in it. So you as a parent would definitely want to check into the kinds of things that are written for parents in the notes before you go to the external links. They have webinars, they have videos, they have books, they have, it's just huge. When you look in the how to use this resource field, you'll find that they've just got all kinds of, I watched a really neat video the other day, and I'm not going to take the time to go and show it to you right this second, but it was on World War I and World War II, where they interviewed a guy who had all the uniforms and all the masks and all the fun things that they did, the gas masks and everything. So he demonstrated all those fun things. It was through their webinar section. And it was fantastic videos. It took about 45 minutes, and he explained all kinds of different stories about different people. And this would be I thought, boy, if I had free time on my hands, there's an awful lot of things I'd go into here. So the one other thing that I did find that they recommended when it comes to students with special needs, there are certain resources in here. The disadvantage is they don't have them tagged saying special needs. So I think I'm going to send them a note and say this particular item will offer special ed types of resources for students. They didn't have that tagged in here specifically, but they have a missionary lady that they interview who's now started to write books for kids with dyslexia, and her name is Rachel Smith, and you can find her on Amazon, Rachel Smith on Amazon. She's done a whole series, and when she had the books published, she made sure the font was readable for kids with dyslexia. So that's fantastic to hear her story, and that's on one of these pages as well. So some other things I want to note real quick here before we wrap up. It is for all ages and grade levels. There's lots of reading. If you wanted to get them to do a writing assignment, they could do some writing assignments on this. I think was it here that I showed you no, it didn't. Okay. It shows you there's different curricula that you can order, things like the Lamplighter series, which is cartoon-based things, but they tell the stories of historical people, which is really, really interesting. So they've got reading, writing, history, the arts. You can do stuff with the arts. You can do stuff a little bit with languages. Obviously, there's lots of things in here that correlate with science as well. Your cost, again, is just incredibly reasonable. It is definitely self-study, though. This wouldn't be something that you could just turn your student loose with and let them go surfing and clicking. You would want to be checking a little bit and kind of monitoring what they were doing. But once a video got started that had this seal on it, then you could turn them loose and let them watch the video. And they can look up any subject. Let's say they want to know about ancient Egypt. So we'll do Egypt here. I know that's an area of study for one of the grade levels, middle school history. So there you see, just lots and lots of videos on Egypt, piles of videos on different things about Egypt. And they do little simulation types of things with real people. So they look like Egyptians, and they talk about what they did and what the workers looked like. So lots, this is just a fantastic resource, and incredibly reasonably priced. It's not accredited per se, but as you can see, you can certainly line this up with any state standards for any grade level, or state or provincial standards for Canada, the US. They're trying to set this up so that people can access this worldwide as well. The lessons last anywhere from 4 minutes, as you saw on some of those, all the way up to an hour for some of the webinars. And you can sign up to be part of the webinars and enjoy that interaction with the family. They'll list them at different times in the resource page. So my little tidbit at the end to tell you, a couple things that you can do is, if you want to, you can be part of making history on the site. And in your account, they have a place in your account that I can't show you right now where you have an affiliate link. And if you want to tell other people about this, you send them the little affiliate link. And then for each person who signs up, even for the free trial period, they will give you an extra free month on your subscription. So that's a neat little perk that they have. And the other perk that they have is, if you happen to know government officials or people in the military or people who would want to be interviewed and added to this website for resource purposes, you can tell them about those and they will jump on interviewing people. So you can be part of helping this website develop. It's huge. So I really can't take a ton of time to show you all the rest of it. It's worth every bit of the $3 a month, or if you get the year-long membership, the $1 a month. There's just so many resources in there, and they tell you how to use the program, how to get into it, how to work with all the different web links and those kinds of things. Definitely highly recommend this, but if you have a child with special needs, you would have to kind of monitor and probably help them, because there are times when they have to click into a link and then go to another thing. They've got to be able to spell, obviously, to do the searches at the top of the page here. They've got to be able to know how to type in your keyword searches to look for the different types of things that are in there. But overall, fantastic program. Highly recommend it. And we look forward to hearing how you have found this helpful. And I know they do too. So have a wonderful day in the Lord.